Hey, Mrs. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. How you doing?
Not too bad. Although I know we just covered this like 4 minutes ago when we said hi in the backstage. So, thank you all for joining. It is Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. It is time for Opinions Are Like. It seems like it's been forever since I streamed because I did miss out on the chat last night. Um, and it's funny because like I always get nervous when I have to do the brand stuff. So I'm like, okay, what am I doing? What order? Gotta hit go live. And I
hmm
still have the old intro in there. So one of these days I'm gonna hit the old intro that has, me and Jim in it, and it's gonna be like, Jim's back. There'll be
That's
some
exactly
excited
what'll
people to
happen.
see Jim back on. Yeah, yeah. So let's see. We do have a few people in the chat at this point in time. Hail the Mo. Whoops.
You know.
I don't want to put you in timeout, Mo. Almost did. So okay, we'll go back to the top. So JP, Raiden Radio was first. Jason spreading the love. Marinus is here or was here. No, he is here because he just commented not that long ago. We have a Sumo in the house. There's me saying hi to everybody. And Yucky is here. Hey Yucky, good to see you. AZ is here. And I think that might be it for now, unless there's a few lurkers or there's not. So most of you guys have been here before. For those that you might be watching on replay, lurking, first time here, we tend to look at crowdfunding campaigns, watch videos, look at the setup, stuff that's offered, art, the writing that you find on the campaign. We look at the good, we look at the bad, and basically give our opinion of it. The twofold to that is to hopefully get eyes on some campaigns that you guys might not have heard of or seen. And if it's something that you guys are finding interesting and we're finding interesting, then hopefully it gets some new backers or at least some eyes out there for some shares and retweets and who knows what else. And I did see Shadowhawk has joined us. Hey, Shadow.
Hey, and we got Snuggy too, I think.
I do see a hi Snuggy. Where? Oh, I see Elbow Let me scroll up. I see the Elbow There we are. Hashtag teach me how to Snuggy. All right. So let's see what came out this past week. So we have Jack the Ripper #2, which came out on Indiegogo, and that was previously on Mandy Summers' personal page. We also had Tales from the Natverse 2, which I think is like a second chance type of thing because I believe he did have it available previously. And so pretty much just a bunch of second chance campaigns. I don't know if we want to check those out because they have been out previously, or if we want to dive into something else. Let's see. There's Chrome Dog that we still have not touched. I don't know. What else from the past have we not discussed?
Docs, Pariah Blood and Mud is on
Oh,
there
yep.
now. I
That's
think
another
that was
one.
one last week that we mentioned but wasn't on the list yet.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. I don't know. I'm going through we did I Vengeance, right? I don't remember if Stein's Rise of the Vampires, if that one was
Mo
done.
said we did, and I'm like, I don't remember it much either. If we
Okay.
did do it, it must have been pretty darn quick. So I don't know if we do want to, because I think Steins is definitely still underfunded. I think Rodnog is still underfunded. I'm not sure if those happen to have a higher goal or
Yeah.
not, but those could definitely see some love. Mo is spreading some terrible lies in the chat. Let me see if I can find it right there. If we hit 5 likes, ladies will review the Crom campaign page. Although Mo does have a point, because when we looked at Crom, you were not with us, Mrs. So we'd be looking at it with fresh eyes. Although I probably just gave Mo
Is
some
Mo tempting
ammo.
you? I know. Sound like you're starting to lean the other way there.
So Mo is confirming that it is a second chance campaign. JP says his pre-launch hit 50 signups, still a lot that needs to get added. Jolly Green has joined us. I know we can look at Fund My Comic because there's several new comics that are on that, which we can kind of look at the campaigns themselves and look at the page. I know I did watch the chat last night, even though I was not on it, and they did go over some of the basics. Like they did look at Shadow Century, I think it was. Not like super in depth, but not they did. Hey TJ. Oh, I'm trying to pull you up, but for whatever reason my computer is being wonky. There we go. Okay. All right, so I see you up. So I'm gonna share. Oh, you're doing Fun My Comics. Have we?
I just pulled it up just in case that's where you wanted to go. This is what I had up originally.
I don't know. I missed that. I must have missed. I didn't watch it. Was that last night that
I
he
heard
did Fun My Comic?
Yeah, and I think Luke ended up being a little bit late, or maybe a lot late, because he had the wrong time. I heard Bancroft told him the wrong time, or something like that. There was confusion about the time either way.
Oh no! I know. I think I caught like a little bit of it towards the end, and there was Luke on it. There was, is it Matt from Soltac? Can't think of his Mad Ruth.
Mad Ruth.
Is it Matt? I can't remember his real name. And then there was somebody else. Oh, Telepathic Bunny, I think was there. Hey V. So what is fun? I'm funded. It's funded, but not being sure beyond that. What do we talk about funding?
From
Chrome Dog. Let's do Chrome and my dog Crom. All right.
He's talking about Nat versus funded, but
yeah, let's pull up Chrome Dog, because I know Agent Zero, I believe, is the correct person. Which is Gosh, what's his real name? He was hoping he could come on a show, yes, at one point in time. And unfortunately, I don't do any shows that have creators that come on anymore. I know I used to do the one with 24, but it's been, months. And no offense to the creators, but the coordinating, like inviting people on and making sure they're still available, and if something like happens where you can't make the show, that is like the most stressful part of a show. I don't know if you find the same thing, like, who's coming on, make sure they're still available. And then, if something comes up, you have to reach back out. I'm like, I always felt so bad. But all right. So we got Chrome Dog number 1, Perfect Strangers. That doesn't look like a dog in the picture.
It looks a little lionish to me.
Yeah.
Or wolf-like. Maybe if it's wolf-like, then it would be a dog. Well, maybe it's just that one little still frame.
Maybe. All right.
Look,
so
boom.
So Chrome Dog is Luke Cage meets Altered Carbon with a hint of Ninja Turtles and Blade Runner. Oh, before we get into it, so I was watching Spawn right before. I haven't even finished it. It's still on the TV in front of me.
We didn't pause the show.
I did
for you to finish it.
No, because Spawn was not live. I can pause Spawn.
Okay,
so I will get back to it after this. But this is the first time I've watched Spawn. I need people's insights. Yeah. Who else has watched Spawn, of what they thought of it? Because I'm really wondering if my thoughts as I'm watching this are out there or not.
Well, I think if you don't know the story, it can just watching Spawn is a little bit difficult to get the full breadth of the story. But
yeah, and I'm not familiar with the comics either. Like, I've heard of them, but I've not read the comics. I have not. I don't know the backstory to Spawn. And as I'm watching this, I'm like, wow, I really don't know the backstory to Spawn. But yeah, the 1997 movie that has is it John Leguizamo? It has what's his name?
It was old.
Emilio Estevez brother, Charlie Sheen. He's in it. So yeah, that
Charlie Sheen is
97.
I don't think I've seen Spawn since 97, so maybe once after that at some point. But
really, I'm not sure how I missed it either, because I was graduating high school. So usually that was the time frame that I was like heavily into the movies. So yeah. All right. So let's get into this. We'll watch the video, and then we'll get back to what people think about Spawn. So go ahead and hit play. All right, we're gonna go into this before we go back into Spawn. Spawn. So, gosh, I don't know what to say. You want to add your thoughts about the video first before I go into mine? Do you have any?
I like the music. So I'll start with positives. I like the music, and I liked the effect of going from the black and white to the color, kind of showing the two. There's no words at all, no description of the story. So as far as it seems all art centered, and I personally didn't get a good idea of who was who or what the premise was through the trailer.
Right. I will agree with you on that.
But visually, I think there's nothing wrong with it at all.
Maybe it's because it's my preferences. Because watching it, I'm like this. So far, nothing's catching me based on what I prefer for preferences for comic books. Like I can see that it's action. Actually, I've never seen the trailer before, and it's kind of weird because looking at that image right there, that image makes me think something nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Action. Not that I was ever a 90s comic fan, but coming into CG, kind of getting a feel, it kind of reminds me of like the 90s action right there. Watching the video, I almost think it's two different IPs or something.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because I'd have to watch it back, but I don't think I saw. It looked like we saw this body and then some kind of like cartoon character head. Was I following that right? Yeah, because he's got the belt here and because that's where I was confused. I couldn't tell who Chrome Dog was, if Chrome Dog is a character.
You see, I think what I couldn't get over is the cutesy heads. They look like they're furry heads. Like somebody's
that's what I was confused with.
Put on a costume head, and those are the like the heroes, the villains, or I don't even know, because you can't quite tell from the trailer. You can't tell what the book's about, and so I was kind of lost because I'm like, wait, this is kind of cutesy looking, not nitty gritty.
Yeah, my first thought went to maybe it's something that happens later in the story where he evolves into this, because this picture with the wolf looking, the dog, was the character that I thought, and we were looking at one right before we started the video, and then I didn't think I saw him in the trailer. So then I thought to myself, okay, I saw the furry head thing too, and was like, okay, maybe this is something. Does he evolve?
I did, because that was a page that kind of confused me, because it had like a character in the same several panels, and then the very last panel, it had that, I don't know if it's Chrome Dog, but the lion-looking image that it starts out with, and I'm like, well, that's kind of a weird transition because it was like a bear. I don't even remember what it was, but the last image ended with the lionish looking image, so I was a little confused by that. So I guess I'm confused by the trailer. But anything else before I get back to the chat?
No.
Okay. I don't know if any of you guys have any thoughts on that trailer that we just watched.
But maybe we'll find out as we go along.
Right, we'll give them time as we're going back to Spawn. So Yucky Gum's questioning Spawn in the movie. I'm like, yes. So Mobake says he gives a solid 4 out of 10, so not even a halfway. I'm assuming the 1997 Spawn was the original. Like I said, I'm not a huge Spawn fan, so I don't.
The original Spawn movie? Is there another one? Yeah, that's the only one I know is the 90s.
Is there?
With John Leguizamo
was there a remake
clown
coming or something?
I don't know.
Some of you campaign boosters always trying to skate. I skate uphill. I'm not quite sure what that's in reference. Raiden is saying that I'm trying to skate uphill. Now Snuggie is saying that Spawn was a rom-com. I'm kind of missing that from this there, Snuggie. Chimera says she missed a chat live yesterday, but Chimera Testament 2 is ending 3/14. I believe that's closing. So if you guys want to check out Chimera's Testament 2, you got 2 days. So Yucky points out that he remembers the HBO cartoon more.
Okay.
Astro Zombie says the movie was good for the time, but it doesn't hold up. I'm kind of getting that sense as I'm watching it, because I'm watching it like, this is really cringy. And I'm like, would I feel the same way? Like, I actually, it wasn't that long ago I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I remember still liking it. But this, I'm like, I don't know. It's
And see, I think because I said I hadn't seen it since probably the late 90s, if I were to watch it again, I might be like, what? Because that happens to me a lot. I'll go back and watch a movie I haven't seen since I was really young, or 10, 20 years goes by, and you watch it and it's like, whoa, that looks so fake. How did I think that looked so real back in the day? So yeah, for the time, I found it visually impressive, but like I was like you, I didn't know the story, so I was pretty confused about. I had the basics down pat, but I was confused as far as a lot of like the characters and what role they played.
yeah. So JP points out the Spawn has some of the worst CGI in film history. And hello to Get Over It. People are saying hi to Get Over It. I did bring him up, but I didn't actually say hi. So Sumo points out that I wasn't hanging out with the comic nerds in high school. Confirmed. Vanessa said she would have liked to heard a voiceover for the campaign trailer. So In a World.
Yeah, just give you some idea.
Yeah. Mo Big points out the music is from the upcoming Everyone is Gay Except Lamar Revenge of the Nerds reboot. It does kind of give you, like, I didn't mind the music so much, but I don't know that it fit. I did say furries. The big old furry heads there. Simo points out that the main character works at Chuck E. Cheese kind of place or something, I thought. Maybe that's where it
That would
came
make
from.
sense.
Like, maybe that is the transition.
Which was exactly what I thought was like animatronic heads. Like Chauvin's Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese.
Hey, Hen, thanks for joining. Since the book is called Perfect Strangers, I would have gone with a certain iconic sitcom theme song for the trailer.
Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. Elkie Bartokmus. So Mo does point out that there's an animated HBO Spawn. And there's...
Is that better? Is that one good?
I don't know.
Animated?
Yeah.
It would be cool if somebody would Now, I'm not a big fan of reboots because they usually ruin them and, just mess them all up and ruin the original memory for you. But it would be cool if somebody redid Spawn, because they're saying it was so bad. Like, you just watched it. Is it really bad?
It's cringy. Like, totally there's some really, like, bad jokes and really, like, bad. Yeah, it is bad CGI. Like, the whole Hellspawn fire thingy. I'm just kind of like, what is this? I'm like, is it because I am watching it large, but it seems like really low quality. It was just interesting. I thought I remembered people saying it was a good one, but I must be thinking of something else.
Maybe it was a good one back when we were all watching it.
No, I was thinking they were talking about it in chat, because actually what I wanted to watch was School of Rock with Jack Black, but I couldn't find a free version. It was actually suggested on YouTube, and after the fact, I saw it was free on YouTube. But anyways, I couldn't find a free version on the smart TV, so I pulled out my DVD. But apparently, I need to upgrade my HDMI or something. I think it's shot or something because it keeps blinking in and out. So I need to get a new HDMI cable. But anyways, all right, back to. Hey, Dean. Spawn has a 5.2 on IMDb. That's out of 10, right, Mo?
Yikes.
So yeah, okay. It's universally not as great as I was thinking others said it was. All right, so yeah, back to Chrome Dog. So we have this image that definitely seems more appealing than what I saw in the trailer, at least to me.
Yeah.
That like a tail behind him? What's coming up behind him? It looks like it could be a tail, right?
Yes, it looks like he's reptilian of some sort, or yep.
Okay.
Maybe a little fishy. I don't know. But then this says this is the Aaron Lopresti cover.
Oh, that's cool that he got an Aaron Lopresti cover.
Yeah.
So, waking up dazed. Chrome Dog remembers nothing. To stay busy, he works odd jobs throughout Epsilon City. Hang on, I gotta zoom this puppy in.
Here, I'll go up to. There you go. Looks like Epsilon.
The other way. Yeah, Epsilon City. He takes contract on with cleanup crews, event security staff, criminals, and detectives. He even landed a day job as a mascot for Cerulean Parks. Maybe that's where the weird head comes in. One day, while selling plushies to carnival patrons, Chrome Dog sees two park employees kidnap a mother and her daughter. Will he find them before it's too late? Chrome Dog #1, Perfect Strangers, are the 32 action-packed pages with elements of cyberpunk, science fiction, street level justice by Justin K. Sweet. This comic is recommended for ages 10 plus for mild language, violence, and themes.
Now it all comes together.
It does. Okay, that makes much more sense and not quite what you get from the video. One thing I really like about the blurb right there, he does say that this comic is recommended for ages 10 plus for mild language, violence, and themes. I don't know that I've ever seen that on another page.
It's pretty cool as a parent because I know you buy comics for your daughter. So
yes, yep, and it's nice because like there are some things that I do restrict my daughter from, but for the most part, even when she's 10, but even when she was younger, if it's PG-13, it's not like it's adult themes that I need to keep her from. But it is kind of nice, the language, the violence, the themes. You don't want some hardcore nudity or sexual references or something like that in stuff. So it is kind of nice. Like, I don't necessarily know that this comic would be up her alley, but I do like that he has that in there. And I think the blurb is enough. The list of what he does, I guess, is kind of ongoing. But I think there is enough detail to kind of get a sense of what the book's about, but not being overburdened with the details.
Yeah, it almost just seemed like it described all of the images that we saw in the trailer.
Right. All right, let me get to the chat before we move on.
Okay.
So Yucky Gum points out that he saw 10 minutes of Spawn a few weeks ago. Just 10.
Just 10. Gotta take it in steps.
They will use Yucky Gum's statement as a pull quote on the next Spawn Blu-ray release. Just 10. Johnny Cage is in the house, but 5-year-old me would be all over this shit. I'm assuming the Chrome Dog. Hey, Nicholas. Johnny, good job on the couple of prints I've seen you going around on Twitter. What were the prints that I saw? The one that you entered into Lost Pages, the matte black, and then I saw Perfect 10 floating one of yours around. They're looking pretty cool. Big says, what I have to respect about this book is the way Justin didn't give up on the project. He's standing tall on the wings of his dreams. I don't know if that's a Mo joke that I'm not getting, or if that's a little bit of seriousness that you,
did
you
Mo
rarely
just get
see
serious?
from Mo. Yeah, he does every now and then.
Oh wait.
Snuggy asked, how did my daughter like Dick to Gross? She didn't read it. That has some nudity and sex and stuff.
Mo's next comment will answer your question.
The next one or the newest one?
The newest one.
Okay, hang on. We'll get there. The rain and thunder, the wind and haze. He's bound for better days. It's his life. It's his dream. Nothing's gonna stop him now. Is that Perfect Strangers? I'm still not getting it. Man, it's going over my head, Mo. I'm sorry.
I think.
Is that the song?
And Mo, if you know the words to Perfect Strangers intro by heart, that's just the most impressive thing ever.
Mo knows a lot of things. I always have this picture of Mo, and I've said it about Mo before, so he knows that I think it. But I really picture him sitting at a desk with probably 10 computers around him, 20 screens where he's tapped into the mainframes of all of them so he can pull all this useless knowledge either from his brain or it's at his fingertips in a moment's notice.
He's got a team at his beck and call. I'm going to need somebody to Google this. I need the Perfect Strangers intro lyrics in 2, 1.
Oh, it's the theme song to Spawn. Shows you how closely I watched the movie.
Yeah. What?
Maybe it needs to end. Snuggy could be lying too. I don't know.
No, there's no way.
All right,
I don't think he's
so
standing tall on the wings of his dreams in Spawn.
so he's gloating here, and he says he only has one screen, so it's all up in that brain of his. All right, so preview Ashcan PDF download. That is kind of nice that you has the Ashcan download where you can check things out
Yeah.
and see things. I like the image that's there too.
Yes, I agree.
All right, let's grow that a little.
They don't sound Spanish to you. All right, I gotta stop looking at the chat and do my job here. All right.
The city. I don't know, I'm trying to check out the background.
Oh, I thought that said working. It says morning. Morning, Epsilon City, Cerulean Park, Gossamer Bay. Okay.
What are we seeing in that panel? I can't quite make it. It's a park.
It's the city. I guess they're just giving you, this takes place here. I'm guessing maybe that's the first page.
Okay. No. I'm trying to make out the image. So I do see buildings, and it looks like there's a Ferris wheel up.
Yeah.
So
it looks like probably the carnival where he works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or amusement park. You're right.
All right. Not exactly the grittiness that you think you'd see in a first panel, but I'm sure it leads into it. Okay. And there's word balloons there, so that's nice. You can get a taste of the writing in the presentation. Move on. All right, so it looks like he's suiting up for his job. Click.
Okay, these were the images that we saw in the trailer. Yep.
All right, that's why he looks so friendly.
Yes.
Cartoonish, kiddish. Yep, okay. He's given us several pages of dialogue and such, which is nice. Wait, go back up. Why are those faces circled? I can't quite make out the... Is it the resolution that's low that I can't read so well, or is it because I'm trying to zoom in and...
It does not appear to me that the resolution is low.
So you can read that writing very well.
Well, I've also got it really blown up, but yes, I can see it.
Well, I got it really just when I think something...
Just when I think she's got my back. Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm finding it a little hard, but it could be... I don't know. Could be me. Could be I need my glasses on, but I'm farsighted, not nearsighted. So, okay. The pages don't necessarily look to be any different size than other pages, so it could just be me. It's got several pages for you to look at.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is the Ashcan or if that's separate material. Like if the reason why he's comfortable with displaying these pages is because they're also in the Ashcan.
I can always click on the Ashcan and see. Hey, that almost looks like the egg beater guy.
Wait a
Standing all proud with his...
So he's not a... Go up a little bit where it looks like his head is cracked. So that is the Chrome Dog wearing a mask. So he's already changed, not like he's human and then he becomes this cybernetic, whatever they called it.
No, yeah, he starts off in the very first one. He starts off in his full Chrome Dog and then he suits up into the character suit.
The most pointing out the fact that it's obvious that I just missed it. So it's amusement park. The protagonist works there. Chrome Dog is like a mascot of something. And then what do you guys think of Chrome Dog's tiny hat?
Yeah, look.
The crack sound effects. Chrome Dog listening to the crack back.
Okay, and then there's another link to the ash can.
Every physical copy will include the free 6 a.m. Comics holofoil Chrome Dog sticker.
Nice.
And then they haven't made their $3,500 goal yet for the stone cover metal bookmark. And then after that, at some point, they're hoping to do Aaron Lopresti metal trading card to all physical backers.
That would be neat. I do like the metal. I didn't think I would, or I kind of thought I would be indifferent, but then the first metal trading card I got, I was like, oh, this is kind of neat.
Yeah, see, I'm not a big metal fan, but with this campaign, I can see it, because chrome, nice and shiny, metal, nice and shiny. Got the little theme on point there.
Very nice. And he's close, I think, to the goal, right? 31.93. Yeah, not too bad.
Is he
out of 2,500? So he's fixed.
Oh, he's over it. Okay.
Goal. Yeah.
Okay.
He just needs a couple $100 to get to the stretch goal.
Right.
And then.
All right. So the Arrow Comics bundle number 2 for $40. Now, hang on. Click that. What's in there? Chrome Dog 1, a cover story. Or cover. What is that? Chrome Dog 1 cover.
A stone. Cover A
stone. Stone must be the artist?
That's my guess. Did he say anywhere here? No.
And I don't think there's any writing further down. It's all a bunch of pages.
Let me make sure I didn't miss it, but I think. Dun, dun, dun. Stretch goal. And oh, nope. Here we go.
Okay. Creative team.
Sorry. I thought it ended after that.
Justin Sweet is a newcomer to comic book writing. He is no stranger to crafting narratives. A published short story writer and experienced role-playing game master, he breathes life into each of the sectors that make up the new world he calls Ringgold. As for artist Luke Stone, okay, so Luke Stone's there. So Stone, yeah, cover, okay. He's been making comics since he was a teenager. He's been producing comics seriously for the past 8 years. Such titles: Hybrid, Son of the Gods, Worst Day Ever, Voodoo Nations, Eighth Day, Juror 13, and The Runner. Why have I not heard of any of those books except for Hybrids, Luke? All right, so he's keen eye for dynamic visuals, and his aptitude regarding panel work is sure to be a showstopper. So we have writer Justin Sweet, artist Luke Stone, colorist Patrick Gama, letterer Eric Weathers, and published by Randy Zimmerman of Arrow Comics. Now, all right, does anybody else find it weird, while Chrome Dog is in one of the bundles that's featured here, that the actual book that the campaign is for is not in the bundle thing? Or is it? Because I always thought like the Arrow books was parts of the like part of the story. Maybe I guess the whole thing is there. Chrome Dog 1 cover A. Maybe that is the whole story.
Yeah. Let's see. First Luke Stone cover. Aaron Lopresti cover.
I'm not a big metal fan, man, and we all know NKOTB is more your speed, of course. Jordan was my favorite.
I thought if you were there, you would be upset that we did not mention New Kids on the Block yesterday for 80s.
Actually, while I like some of their songs, I was not one of the girls that had any. Did I have a poster? I might have had a poster, but I was, my friends had like the bedspreads and the pillowcases.
Oh, wow.
And the curtain and the everything else. I think I might have had a poster.
I think I might have had, maybe not a poster that I bought at the store, but like, you'd buy like the teen magazines and there'd be like a poster in the middle you could pull out.
Yep. Those would be what my wall would be covered with. Yep. And then eventually I got into the hair bands, and it was like the metal magazines that I was hanging up on my wall. So Mo seems to think that those arrow floppies are the side effect of the Spencer shenanigans.
Oh.
Well, I got some of the ones from them, and these titles don't seem like they're the. Oh no, Revolt is. Soltak is new, I believe.
Yeah, Soltak is Mad Ruth. I was gonna say I didn't think
Mad
Soltak
Ruth,
was
yeah.
in that before.
But I don't think it says all of his story, is it? I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting the wrong impression because of the Spencer stuff. Because from what I understand, Spencer is not all of the crowd-funded story. It's like cut up and then split into like smaller floppies specifically to, come out more often or whatnot.
Oh, yeah, see, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
But I guess maybe if that is to go back to what I was saying, if that is truly the whole book right there, I guess it would make sense that it's the featured tier. But with all that other stuff makes me think it's not.
What does say, well, I guess it doesn't really say, but it kind of alludes to not only do you get the action-packed excitement from Chrome Dog #1, you also get a host of new Arrow titles.
Okay.
Total of 6 comics plus all the physical stretch goals.
So, but that makes it okay. So Mo is saying they aren't the whole books, but Chrome Dog is only 32 pages. So is that? I don't know. I guess that'd be a question for Justin then. Because if I'm getting the impression that it's not all of the book because of these other books that are here, and Mo believes that they're not the whole books, then
Yeah,
it's
that
kind
wouldn't
of
have
the
even
wrong
been a
impression.
question to me. So yeah, I would have assumed naturally that they were the whole books.
Yeah, see, Mo does say it might be, but he doesn't know either. So, yeah. All right, scroll on to the other tier.
Okie doke. You got your $5 digital.
Work from home. Why is it called work from home? Every Chrome Dog on your PC, digital device, or tablet. No need to shop or ship the 1 and 0s. And it's Chrome Dog 1. Okay, so it says there, Chrome Dog 1 cover A stone. Same thing it says above. So my guess is it is the whole story above, whether or not the other ones are. First shift, Luke stone cover. Oh, I think he's doing a working theme here. First shift for $15.
Yep. Let me check shipping.
Sure.
$10. So 15 for the book, $10 US shipping.
$15 isn't a bad price.
Although it's $35 to Australia.
That's a bit of an ouch. Yeah. But he does have a digital option.
Oops. $25 to Canada. $35 to UK. So yeah, it's good that there's the digital option. And oh look, it comes down in price when you do it as an add-on.
Add it on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Although if the book is 15 and you're getting, 5 other books? 4 other books? What was the Arrow? How many was in the Arrow bundle?
6 books total.
So you're getting 5 extra books for the $25. That's not too bad.
And let me check shipping on the
bundle. Mode Biggs points out that $35 to ship a 32-page book to Australia. That's over $1 a page. Those are some heavy pages. They're metal pages, Mo.
So it is 10 in the US, so I assume it's going to be the same as it was for the other countries as well. Oops, I always do this. $40. So it actually went up $40 to Australia for the bundle. $30 for Canada.
50?
UK 30. $40 for Australia, 30 for UK, 30 for Canada.
Oh,
if you
I
get the
thought
bundle.
50 for Canada. I'm like, dang.
No, it's 30.
Shadowhawk, I think, is back on to Spawn, saying animated series back in the day as well. The new one, there was a new one in development. don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, like you said earlier. All right, what else do we get for tiers?
Okay, so we did the bundle. There's the Aaron Lopresti cover. Whoops. Final Lopresti cover inks, colors to be revealed. I think he revealed them here.
Probably. He probably updated there, but not on the other thing. I don't know if you can update your thumbnail on your tiers, or if you have to hide the old tier and then start a new tier. I would think or would hope that you could at least update a thumbnail, but not necessarily what's written in it. But
you and I need to take a campaign class together, and that way we can figure out how these are done. Yeah.
Hey, ACC, thanks for joining. All right, so what else besides second shift?
Okay, then you have Arrow bundle number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a total of 8, all issue number 1s.
So this has some of the same ones that are in the featured tier, because I did see Revolt, I did see
hybrids.
Maybe they're different numbers, but it does not have the Chrome Dog. Okay. Which, if there's doubles, it kind of makes it maybe I'm understanding it wrong, but it looks like there's at least a couple doubles, so you can't get bundle 1 and 2 without getting some
let me go and check
some repeats.
And take a peek real quick. Hybrids number 2, Revolt number 2.
Oh, okay.
So nope. So you can get both bundles. And
yeah. Hey, Phil. Okay, so they're not repeats. So, all right, there we go.
And then...
how was the massage, Phil? You got the midnight shift for Lopresti. Is that just 2 of them?
Final Lopresti cover and print inks covers. Okay. Aaron Presti's cover, along with his brutally epic scratch, the Chrome Dog versus Scalding Seether metal print of the same cover. So you get the book and a metal print of the cover.
Okay. You're a fan of metal? That's cool. The swing shift.
What was this one called? Midnight shift, swing shift, all-nighter bundle, which is
everything.
Looks like both books and both metal prints, and a line art, black and white.
Okay, that's kind of neat, especially for those people that like the line art. And hello to the captain.
So that is $100 for that bundle. And $10. $10, folks.
Is that right? Isn't everything else $10? And now you got...
I mean, it is, I guess, if you pay for it, right?
Is there
Australia 40? Yeah.
I hope you wait it.
30. Yeah. So, I mean, it seems like the most bang for your buck is to bundle with the shipping, especially if you're international. I mean, US, you get whatever you want for $10, it seems.
Yeah.
But
although, is it like, granted, you have some things that aren't available, like the line art is only available in this tier, I think, right?
I believe so. Covers.
What was the tier right before the swing shift? Or the all-nighters?
Was the midnight shift, so...
all right.
These are just...
cover with a print.
Same thing, different version, yeah.
Okay. Metal print, not just a regular print.
55, and then 100. So you're saving because you get.
You are saving. It's 55 each of them. Yeah.
$10 plus the line art, and he's got 7 of them claimed. So I think people are
enjoying that one.
Seeing that one, as a savings. So yeah.
Shall I read that, TG? All right. Do we do we want to move on to anybody else have anything else to say about Chrome Dog? I say if you like the looks of the things, you do got lots of sample pages here with writing, so you can definitely get a
Yeah.
better idea if you like it or not. You also have the PDF to check out if you like it or not. All good things. So if it's up your alley, you can definitely back it there on IGG. Where are we going next?
Do.
Do we want to look at it? Let's look at the Fund My Comic. All right, so I don't know if those of you who are in the chat, my guess is yes, or those that will watch on replay or whatnot, are familiar with Fund My Comic. So this is Luke Stone and Todd from Redshift Comics. What is Todd's last name? Mo, you might remember Todd's last name. I think it's Redshift, Red something. So they went in together as partners. I'm not sure if there's extra people, but they found a need or felt as though there was a need for a crowdfunding website that does not do gatekeeping, since we are seeing a lot of shadow banning, gatekeeping, high costs, because, you know, Indiegogo will charge you 5%, and that's on top of like your already credit card fees and whatnot. So this is what they created. It came live, I want to say last week. I have seen several shows going over it. Enjoying what I'm seeing thus far. However, as a backer, I do have questions. I know one of them I did ask in Luke's chat when he was going over it, but I was at work and had to step away, and I didn't get a chance to watch the replay. Mo, I don't know if you remember because you were there, whether or not it hangs on to your backer info. So that way you can see all of the stuff that you have backed. Like, you know, I really do like that about Indiegogo, because moving, I need to update my address. So if I had to remember all the books that I backed and what page I backed it on, that would be horrific. But as of right now, all of my backing is on IGG. I've backed one Kickstarter and one Lucent comic. I have not backed. Oh, I did do Downcast, but that was like a for sale site type thing. Those are the only people's websites I have been to. I have not backed on Mandy's. I have not backed on. Well, no, I did back on Eris because I did get tape one. But anyways, the point is I have not gone everywhere. I hope not to go everywhere. And as of right now, I don't feel as though I will go everywhere, even if there's a book that I want. I think it's just, you know, I get people want to do their own sites, and they definitely should do what's best for their business, but it just gets very confusing for me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think probably my favorite feature about IGG is just simply that it keeps all of my contributions in one place, and it's trackable-ish, at least. You can see when you got it, when you're supposed to expect it, what's going on with it, if there's any updates, all in one spot.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Mo's holding your feet to the fire.
Pinky swear. Pretty sure there's no pinky swearing. But you know, it's different if I'm going to someone's site and I'm backing something that I'm going to receive in a few days, because it's not like I have time to forget about it in the you know, potentially 2 weeks that it takes for them to ship it out. But if it's a book that I'm waiting a year, I'm going to forget about the fact that I backed it. Like, there are books like I'm not even sure if I backed that yet, and then I can go back to IGG and verify if I did or didn't, and either rectify it or be like, oh, I don't really need it. So you know, everyone spreading out is beneficial for the creators, not so beneficial for the backers, in my opinion. Thank you for dropping the link, Smell. All right, so let's I think the Fund My Comic, the video that's there is for the creators. I know I've seen a lot of stuff for the creators, not much gearing towards the backers yet.
Okay.
So Luke, don't get on that. What are the benefits of the backers here?
So do we want to go straight into what they have? He's also got tabs up here.
Let's scroll down to see what the
Why?
first page is.
Okay.
So I did catch something about Check the Shelf. No, they're kind of going with a comic book store theme, hence the Check the Shelf, because you can see what is out
Mhm.
now. And that is kind of neat that you're just looking at all the ones right
Yeah.
there. Why does Dojo Coon's projectile reptile something about number 606? Why is that over the image? Is that part of their video?
Look, 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 look. No, it's pulling up like YouTube stuff.
Over their own image.
Like
Maybe
when
they don't have a
YouTube
video
suggests
uploaded.
stuff to you, it like fills it in. I don't know where Tina Turner came from. I have not watched
Oh, so this is like
Proud
something
Mary or
you're
whatever she's dancing
suggesting to
to
you?
there. Yeah. Joe
Well, I
Rogan. I
know.
have watched Joe Rogan. I
Okay.
have not watched the Court TV archives or whatever the hell that is with Johnny Depp.
You know what it might be? Refresh the page.
Okay.
Because I know one of the things that Vanessa was really liking about the fact is that it does give you the option to upload a video. And when you did you refresh?
I did.
When you first pull up the page, it'll show the campaign videos in like quiet mode. So I'm wondering if you've had it up long enough where it's so scroll down now. You've had it up long enough where
Still
their videos
thinking.
have
Hang on.
ended and then it's suggesting. Okay, so there we are. There are their videos. Okay. That makes sense now.
Woo!
I'm like, that's kind
I
of
was like,
weird
uh-oh.
marketing.
It's gonna be really strange. Oh, I
Yeah,
remember this because somebody said I really like how you have the
videos.
actual animated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is kind of neat because as you're looking at this, you're like, oh, that kind of catches my eye.
Mhm.
Let's pull that up even more. So that is a cute little feature. Mo says if you play the Fund My Comic trailer, please mute the musical opening. I'm pretty sure it's Luke talking to creators, right? Is that at least that's the video that I saw at one point in time. Snuggy says if they are a Shopify site, it's easy to back since you don't have to enter your info each time. I'm pretty sure it's not a Shopify site. They've done something their own, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Mo Big
You're
points
right.
out it looks like so far the funding totals range from -$40 to 122. They definitely need some more traffic on the site. And of course, it's new, so people are probably very tentatively wondering about it, like they're not quite ready to jump on board. I am very confused about the -$40 for Shadow Sentry. Because looking at Shadow Sentry, he doesn't have anything that's $40. So how would he go into the negative for $40 if he's had one backer that refunded? That should go back to zero, not $40. So it just seems a little weird to me. I do also like the little search thing at the side where you can search for a title once if
Yeah.
you're looking for something specific, and then it breaks it down into categories if you're searching for whether it be a game, manga, a particular genre, style, I guess. I don't know that they have the genre there yet, whether or not it's horror or stuff like that. But they are definitely increasing their stuff.
And then so this says 0%, but it starts on the 31st.
Some of them
Starts on the 17th. So
yeah,
they
so
haven't started
they
yet.
don't have a sign up page. Like Indiegogo has a sign up page where you start your page and you can start editing your page on the back end and not quite publish it or whatnot so nobody sees it. Well, it looks like you can set up your page. There is no sign up page, but you can set up your page, and then when you think all is well to set it up, I think you can have them approve it and they approve it and you see it, but it doesn't go live. So technically, those you can click on the campaign pages and like have your own little preview, which is nice because you can see the tiers, you can plan how much you want to spend, budget accordingly, save, whatever. So it is kind of nice that you get your previews here in your own time. And then of course the ones in the red, they've started to receive funding.
So I have a social media. Join
Yeah.
Discord.
Yeah,
Link there.
I accidentally clicked on it earlier, brought me to Discord. I'm like, wait, I don't want to do that.
Okay, so that was okay, and you can sort newest, oldest, most funded, least funded, percentage.
That is kind of nice. So if you're looking at, I don't know, ones that might be like the top choice for people, you can jump on board the train wagon. Or if you're looking for ones that you want to spend a little more love for because they don't have enough love, you can set it up that way. So that is kind of nice that you could do that. Hey,
And I
Chris.
have a search engine here, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, categories, enter location. I don't know why that would be.
I don't know. That is kind of weird. Save on shipping? That is, I don't know. What is the point of that?
I don't know.
Oh, it could be like country-wise, so that way I guess you could save on, if something is in Australia, you could look for books in Australia that you don't have to pay the $35 for other things.
I don't know. Kind of weird, kind of cool. Anywho, let's go.
Well, it's picking on me. The wagon train? The wagon? Fall off the wagon, on the wagon?
Train wagon. Jump on the wagon. There's nothing available in China or Iraq yet. Look at all this. They got everything.
Darn it.
I know. It's a little disappointing.
Maybe
Discover
that's also
more.
to help with language. You know what I mean? Like if you're looking for non-English books, you need something for France, or maybe they did it that way for that reason.
So that's weird. The discover more button doesn't really go anywhere. I feel like I'm at work and they like hand you a website and they're like, okay, try to break it and then tell us everything that went wrong. Like you go through and
well, they are in a beta site though. This is still set up,
Yeah, they did say that at the beginning. Like they're
bugs.
expecting some bugs to let them know. So
Yeah.
people should go in there and try to click on everything you can and let them know, especially before they get started so they can work out some of the bugs. I mean, they've gotten started, but it just got started.
So I don't think there was anything from Japan, but he did add the manga category, probably to cringe you out, definitely, Mo. But for when the time comes that there's something to classify there, I bet. So I have not set up an account on this. At some point, I probably will because I do really want to see this website succeed. I hope it will be a decent alternative to Indiegogo. Because one of the benefits of Indiegogo, aside from the backer stuff, is the fact that it is a place where the smaller creators can gather and put their campaigns on when they don't have the time or the, I guess, ambitions, because I'm not sure how involved you need to be to do like a Shopify website. But if they just wanted to create a page for the sake of creating a page, something like this would be a good alternative to IGG.
Agreed.
Does Hyper Wizard have a site? Chris Stanley's asking if this is Hyper Wizard site, but Mo's big answer that it's Luke Stone.
No.
So it is pretty neat. There's how many titles are on here right now? Granted, they're not all live.
I didn't. It was a few though. Is my internet acting goofy? Here we go. So, in all categories, I don't think there's anything other than comics in there yet. Yeah. So 369.
9 so far. Okay. It's building though, because it was what 10 days ago that there was only 2. I think Soul Tack and Hybrids were the only ones on there at first. So that's pretty cool.
So let's see.
I don't know. Has anybody from the chat backed something from Fund My Comic, and how's the experience thus far? The one thing I am missing is to whether or not, because they were saying it was like a cross between Kickstarter and Indiegogo, I think. I don't know if they take the money up front. Something I heard Luke Stone say, I think it might have been on the Bancroft's channel, made me think that he did not. Thanks, Bo. Made me think that it did not come out up front, which is like my biggest concern as a backer. I want them to take my money now. And especially the countdowns. Let's pull up a campaign. Grab a campaign.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay.
I clicked on their refund policy.
Yeah.
But that's a lot.
What's the highlights? I'm not eligible for a refund. I know they copied a lot of it from other crowdfunding websites, at least like legal jargon type stuff that's needed.
Yeah, I think that's what took the most time getting this up and running, is having to run through.
So you can request a refund directly from Fund My Comic contact form. Refunds will be issued based on the payment method used for the contribution and may take up to 5 business days or longer to appear on your statement, depending upon your original payment method. Pretty standard. Please note that.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. If you backed an all or nothing campaign that did not meet its goal, you will automatically receive a refund once the campaign ends. You do not need to ask for a refund. Refunds typically arrive within 3 to 5 business days, but may take longer depending upon your banking institution. Now I'm confused. Okay, pull up a campaign.
Okay.
Anyone. Bueller.
Okay.
Okay, so Quasar. So 141 days to go. Is my money going to get taken in 141 days? Now, I know the creator has the option to set up how many days they want, and I believe Luke said that they can extend it. But once it reaches the end of the days, it's no longer funding at all. Like, there's not even an in-demand option. At least that's my understanding. I could be wrong. Chris is saying that he heard something that IGT counts as a donation, so creators pay less taxes. That's a big point to make. I heard a rumor about that recently, but I don't know of any concrete evidence on that, so I don't know. Mo Big says on Luke's stream on his channel, he said he was going to have both options. The creator can choose whether or not to take your money immediately or upon funding. So how would I know that as a backer?
Well, let's see.
Maybe I'd have to create an account some point soon to play with a little bit more, because I don't want to go into it thinking they're taking my money now and then they don't. I can't imagine that unless there's an extra box to click to be like, take my money now or pay upon, time of closing or something like that, how that would do it. So ACC points out that he says there's options for the creators of how the money is transacted. So immediately or in the end, depending on how the creator sets the stuff up. Mo Big points out that just remembered that they take all the money immediately. It will say keep it all. Okay, so that's the immediate thing, which some people might not be like keep it all because then they'd be worried about not funding. Like as a backer, some people might not back that book because they would worry about the campaign not funding and losing out on the money and therefore not getting something for their money. Raise mode, keep it all is how it's stated. Mo Biggs told him that he should make it more clear to backers, but that's how he's handling it currently. Yeah, I'm thinking when I upload this, I'm going to definitely be like, we need a video from the backer point of view. What's the benefits to backers there, Luke?
I wonder if there was just so much focus on getting this up and running, getting through all the legal hoops that they had to jump through, and then getting the website actually created, get people and their comics on there, and then maybe customer focus sort of comes after. Well, that's my hope.
I can understand that because the having stuff to buy is definitely needed before you worry about people buying something. But now I am curious as to, from backers, like what's the benefits to this?
Huh. Okay. Well, there's one I chose. Change my reward.
And you didn't get anything?
I didn't get anything. Choose other rewards, and nothing came up.
I wonder if that's something they have to fill in.
Could
Like
be.
the creator filled in or
Yeah.
needs to fill in.
Extra.
You can use coupon codes, which is kind of nice. I have seen that. Like on some of Luke Stone's videos, he'll have like, word 30 and then you could save like, or 20 or something like that. And you could save like 20% off of your purchase for, I think he'd had it for hybrids, which was kind of neat. Little coupon,
Yeah.
special coupon codes.
Okay.
Who does not like sales? I know I do. Can log in. New to fund my comic. To help. Yeah, a lot of this is the common help issue. So right now they're definitely gearing more of the videos towards the creators.
Yeah, the keep it all mode is what we consider a flexible funding goal. Campaign manager will keep all the funds raised, irrespective of whether they meet the funding goal or not. In this mode, funds are immediately processed and automated to disperse to the campaign manager even before the campaign ends, so that they can start using the funds to make their project happen. The third campaign mode is continuous mode. An admin can move your campaign to this mode after a successful all or nothing campaign or at the end of your keep it all campaign. So there's all or nothing, keep it all, or continuous.
So continuous stops the countdown, and that's more of like the storefront? Because I thought I was under the impression that there is no like in-demand storefront option. But it sounds like there is a third.
Yeah, continuous.
I guess we'll find out as time goes on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Although, so besides the keep it all, that sounds like it takes my money right off.
All or nothing. I skipped the
all or
first
nothing,
one.
yeah. So what's the...
So all or nothing. In this mode, there's a hard fixed goal for the campaign. Payments are processed at the end of the campaign, and disbursement is automated to the campaign manager shortly after all the funds are collected, provided the campaign reaches its funding goal within the chosen time period.
Oh, but payments are processed at the end of the campaign. So my payment for the one that we just looked at wouldn't be processed for 144 days.
Correct. So if you
that
look
is
at it like this,
4 months from now.
all or nothing is Kickstarter. Keep it all is IGG.
6 months from now? No, that's even worse because Kickstarter is only like a 30-day.
Oh,
So
really?
it's taken at the end of the 30. Yeah. They're only 30-day campaigns, so it's taken after 30 days, which seems to me
Okay.
better. But okay, you're talking about like, hey, I owe you 6 months from now, so take my money from my checking account 6 months from now.
Sounds
So I
like
won't be
it.
back in any of those campaigns. But then as a creator, I don't know that I'd want to create a campaign like that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, maybe it was probably, I would guess the idea was to try to bring what they considered the best of both worlds into one and take, some of what IGG does and some of what Kickstarter does. But I don't know, going beyond the 30 days and making it for the full length of the campaign. Maybe there was no way to do it, to time it.
I don't know.
So that they took it out at 30 days. Yes, Nuggie said.
Yeah, too confusing from the backer point of view. I agree. That's why we need a backer video. Someone big points out, and this is like I definitely will not be funding any campaign, no matter how great I think it is. Even if it was Groken, and Groken was only on, well, maybe it was Groken, but only on, Fund My Comic. Would I really want to say, hey, I'm buying Groken in 6 months from now, and here's my money? I don't know. I like to budget better than that. And I would hate to have it be at a point where, I only have so much in my checking account. Rent just came out, and here come, the 5 campaigns that I pledged 6 months ago. Oh, man. Morning, Jaro. All right. So we're at 4:11. A little over the hour. We didn't get too in depth of the campaign. Actually, let's pull out the campaign setup a little bit better. We'll look at that real quick. Okay, so we have Dojo Comics. Setup is looking pretty decent. You know what I mean? You got some titles. You can see that the video's there. It does give you the percentage of funding. It does tell you how many backers have backed. Nice little contribute button there. You have links there where you can share on Twitter or email. I'm assuming that's what the little message thing is there, or you can share on Facebook. So one link and you're sharing the campaigns. You got your print. Is that the first one? Is a $5
Yeah.
print? Okay.
Looks like they're listed as maybe in the order of price. Yeah, 5,
Maybe.
6.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
sticker. More stickers.
That's right. I forgot he had a game with this.
Yeah. Did he have it all broken down on the other campaign, on his Indiegogo campaign? I don't remember that if he did.
It's been a long time.
No big deal. We don't need to go on to it. I'm just curious.
I
That can be a...
feel like they might have been,
Okay.
but I don't remember specifically. Let's catch up here.
Well, Big points out in some aspects, FMC might have been a bit rushed and not completely thought out. Let's check out the other end of the spectrum with Crom.
You see where he's like, I know this seems boring now, guys, but just wait till we get to.
Just keep in mind, if you click on that into the Cromniverse link that Mo is dropping, it is a closed campaign, but you can definitely check it out.
Is he dropping the link?
He is dropping the link. I think that's like the third or the fourth time today. The Shelby Robertson hardcover. All right. Can we see what the shipping is?
No,
you can
no.
tip. And it
you
does
can't
tell
calculate,
you...
not without logging in, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, so I don't think there's any way to pre-generate. You have to be logged in to generate shipping.
And we don't want to darks ourselves doing that.
Not today. Maybe some other time.
Oh, Chris points out the Spring Forward, by the way, hour you'll never get back. I was wondering why Dave was now streaming, because Dave Brink usually streams at 2 o'clock. And he had his show going at 3 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's at 3 o'clock because his guests couldn't make, whatever time. So he changed it. But now it looks like Dave and I will be, whenever I do this live, which will hopefully become more frequent, we'll be competing with one another.
Well, I with the time change, I almost didn't make it to the show because, the coffee maker has the clock on it and the microwave, those don't reset themselves. The only thing that automatically reset itself was my phone, and I didn't have it on me. And I was like, I looked at my phone and I thought I saw it was 2 something, but then I went into the kitchen and was like, oh no, it's 1 something. Did not occur to me at all. And then I had a weird thought, like, did the clocks move forward? And Gustav's like, yep. And I'm like, oh
yeah,
shit,
I've heard about that.
I gotta go.
Thankfully, what I rely on time is my cell phone, and it automatically changes. So I will point this out. The campaign may be closed, but it will still blow your mind wide open. And happy birthday, KSSSSS!
Hey, happy birthday. Yeah, Chris Stanley said screws everything up. Yeah, the time change messes up because you get set on knowing how many hours, especially internationally. We watch a lot of people from all kinds of countries. So yeah, it just totally screws up what the difference in the time change is.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks. Any last comments about Fund My Comic? The really brief look at Projectile, Reptile, which it looked very similar. The setup looked pretty user-friendly for the most part. One of the downfalls is that we won't be able to check out shipping without being logged in. So if we look at any campaigns on My Opinions or Opinions Are Like, we probably won't be checking out shipping like we usually do.
Well, maybe I'll
which is unfortunate.
Look into maybe creating an account and just see, just to see, and then see what
it shows
up.
you.
Yeah, make sure nobody's
change your username. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the day. I know you guys had your 80s show. Did you cover all of the 80s, or did you split it up in the early 80s and the end of 80s?
We tried to cover all of the 80s just because that's the way we laid it out to begin with. But the music shows are fun. It's,
Yep.
music's so universal and so many people dig it. And it's really fun because we'll think we've thought of everything. We had 4 guests, so we had made 4 music contribution compilations with each of their favorites, and plus one from all those polls that we were
Yeah.
taking. So we took the results from those. So we had 5 total. And there were still, people in the chat were like, why didn't you mention this? Why didn't you mention that? And I'm like, man, because there's just too many. But
Yeah, you didn't mention NKOTB.
I know we didn't. And there were a few that,
Menudo.
we got struck twice last night. We run it through the
Whoops.
copyright check before we do it. And you try to keep your videos, like your clips, I try to keep them to under 15 seconds. That's kind of like my little magic spot. So I didn't get struck on mine. Yay. But was it Reverend Derek Clay got struck. One of his got struck, and Good Stuffs. So we got pulled down for a few seconds twice. It was fun, though. It was worth it. It wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good time. It was bringing back so many memories. And then, like I said, there's just so much music when you think you've covered it all. And then somebody else had another song in their playlist. And it's like, oh my God, I haven't thought about that song in years. So it's fun.
Yeah. And so you're not doing more 80s. You're going back into the 90s next time.
We're going to go to the 90s. But I think we're going to circle back around and maybe break down. Because, especially 80s was you could do R&B, hip hop, pop. Sorry, we won't be doing country. We're not much into country. But
that's why
rock,
you need a country
and then
representative.
death metal started, and yeah, we do need a country representative. Because I don't know anything about
taking
country.
Applications.
But if we did a show on country, it would be all Chris Stapleton, because that's the only country artist I know. And really...
Well, no, I mean, like you did with the different people taking their favorite.
Sure.
Just get someone who prefers country, then that way you can kind of represent the country that way.
Well, we thought we had 2. We had Courtney. It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs on last night with Derek Clay, and Derek is currently in a band, but Courtney was in a band back in her heyday as well. So
Courtney was? I don't think
pretty cool.
That.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's Dave.
Yeah, there's it. He usually comes over after his show. Dave, we were just talking about you. So we had Spring Forward, the time change thing. And so technically I started at 3 like I usually do, but of course it's because we sprung forward and you guys don't do the time change, or if you do, you don't do it yet. So yeah, nope, technically it's the same time, just due to the time change, it's different for you. I'm not sure what you mean about the bone there, Chris Stanley. I didn't actually. Did I watch any of Vic? I might have peeked in for a few minutes. As far as Vic streams go,
I didn't make it over to Vic's last night.
And then KSS points out you're done, but I just finished saying happy birthday to everyone. I'm going to have to reconsider this happy birthday thing.
But you got them all in. You finished saying happy birthday. She waited.
Yeah. And if you came in an hour and 15 minutes ago, you would have had way more time. So when are you doing the 90s? 2 weeks from now?
I believe so, as long as we're not hitting on like a holiday or a student senior or something. I have to make sure, because son's getting close to graduation. There's all kinds of stuff flying out of the woodwork.
That is true.
But I think we should be safe. So potentially, yes, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
we'll do
it's
90s.
420, folks. Take it however you want. So what am I doing? I have the chat next weekend that I'm not sure that I'll be there. I'm planning a trip home to my dad, but I have streamed on my phone from my dad's house previously, so I might be there. We'll see how well the cell reception holds out.
How long is a drive to your dad's?
3 hours. That's a bit of a drive. Yeah. Although I'm not sure when I'm leaving. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I might be on the chat next week, or I might not.
Did Snuggy's cheesesteak win?
He did.
Is that why they're
with all that? Yeah. Yeah.
I think about entering a sandwich all the time, and I never get around to it.
Snuggy is Sandwich King for the week. I think he's been one almost every week. He's definitely won the January month one, the February month one. He has won. Did he win the last 2 weeks, or did I win last week? No. Yeah, I think he's the only winner for the month of March so far. I think I actually won 1 week in February, but he ended up
Yeah.
winning the month of February.
So
But
Snuggie
anyway,
took all of your past winnings seriously, and he upped the game. Once he
maybe.
started with the olive eyeballs.
Oh, he is the sandwich king. So drive-in shift. My 10-year-old's gonna drive there, Snuggie.
Right. Guess what? You're learning how to drive today.
Oh, this is an honor. I'm the Kelsey Shannon for the chat.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's right. Guapo won last week. Okay. So yeah. So if he keeps winning, like if he wins the month of March, Vanessa says he's disqualified for the rest of the year.
Oh, Snuggie, so you got to play it safe next week so you can stay in the game.
Yeah, but even if he stays it safe for the I'm not quite sure what he's talking about yet. But if he plays it safe for the rest of the month, his sandwich for today could take the whole month, and therefore he'd still be disqualified. Depends on how they do it. So Phil points out number 4.
Mhm.
Oh, for the year. Okay, 4th in funding. Yeah, not too bad. I get it now.
21 smackers. 21,000 smackers.
Right behind Joe Frankenstein and Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the whatever edition. Dark Harvest.
And the hats taking everybody
CG
out.
Apparel. Yeah. All right, I think we're ending it here. Everyone have a good rest of your Sunday. I get to go finish laundry and spawn. I will finish it. I think I don't even.
You're
know
gonna
how much
finish it?
longer
We
I
haven't
have.
turned you off of it.
No. I want to see how it ends up.
Yep.
But I think I only have like another 15 minutes of it. But it is pretty corny. I'm like, this is a good movie. Is it really?
Hang in there. It doesn't get better.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better. That's what I get to look forward to.
Good time.
Alrighty, folks. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your opinions as well as yours, Mrs. Good Stuff. Thanks for helping
Thanks
out.
for having me. It's always fun.
Anyways, have a good night, and we'll see you in the chat throughout the week until we see you on panel again. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
And we'll take a minute for it to